Okay, it's time for another Jim Keith book. It had been a little while since I've covered some of Jim Keith's material. This is Saucers of the Illuminati. And Jim Keith, of course, I think passed away in 1999. This was published in 99 originally and then reprinted in 2004. Pretty short book here. Let's see, how many pages is this? This is 120 or 30 pages or so. But overall, this is an excellent book on the subject of flying saucers or alien phenomena and so forth as a means of political control. And I was surprised at how well this held up. It'd probably been 10 years or so since I read this, dug this back out and started reading it again the other night. And actually, a lot of really good information in here. As you can see, I have dog-eared it liberally throughout. I'll keep this fairly straightforward just to say he does some really good presentation of the abduction phenomenon as it relates to mind control and things like that. Jim Keith was a very curious figure in conspiracy literature in that he allegedly he is Commander X of, and I think I've reviewed some of the Commander X material on this channel, but his Commander X stuff is really sensational. But the stuff he wrote as Jim Keith is a lot more down to earth, a lot more even keel, and towards the end of his life, and he died in a really bizarre, like he died in an accident where he had like twisted his knee or something at the Burning Man festival and then went in for knee surgery and then died on the operating table, if I remember right. So really bizarre death there that some have attributed to some dark motives. And maybe so, maybe not, I don't know. But if you have followed some of my reviews on material like the Great UFO Hoax or UFO Revelations or any of those books, which I'll link at the end of this video, I highly recommend this. This one is fairly easy to find, but it's a good resource and just also very kind of an updated version of Messengers of Deception, which I'll link that at the end of this as well. So anyway, overall, his basic position is that the phenomenon of flying saucers really shows all the evidence of being a means of political control more so than literal aliens visiting from other planets. So, and I know that's a touchy subject, but again, he presents some pretty solid points in this. So anyway, I'll stop there. Saucers of the Illuminati by Jim Keith from 1999. One of his last, I think this is one of his last books. And also, as stated in the introduction here, this was kind of reworked. He had originally presented this as kind of a pamphlet, and then it grew and grew and grew into this final book form. So anyway, Saucers of the Illuminati.